are you today?
I am so good. How are you?
Not too bad. So, what would you say is the biggest thing that influences you in terms of your music?
I think my life experiences, family, friends. I think it's a little bit more simple because I also write all my music too.
Right.
So it comes from a place of all the things that I've experienced, like boys and drama and friendships and all that kind of stuff.
Drama always makes the best music, doesn't it?
It does. Unfortunately, it does.
Sorry, yeah, it's true though.
It's very true.
Do you find that there's a particular frame of mind you have to get into when you're getting ready to write something or when you're working on your music?
Yeah, I think you kind of have to put yourself in a very comfortable state. You don't want to be too distracted by anything that's kind of outside of what your mind is thinking about. You just have to be very comfortable, very relaxed. For me, it's I usually have trouble if I'm in the studio and there's people I don't know or too many people, I can't really focus.
Right.
So for me, it's I like to kind of be alone in my place, just have my headphones on, and just kind of ready to go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you listen to music while you're writing?
Well, even just I'll be this is something that my producer will do. He'll be working on a beat, and I'll be actually in the booth with the microphone, and I'll just be pitching ideas in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Because you feel like you're in your own world.
Wow.
So that's kind of the style that I've been writing right now. Sometimes it changes depending on my mood, but it just works like that, and it's just gets so done. So.
That's more live than I've ever heard from most people. That's really spur of the moment.
Yeah, it's a little, it's kind of what rappers do,
right.
Kind of
yeah.
pop scene, but I'm doing it with pop music, so
that's cool.
It's super, it's very, very fun.
Do you when you started getting into music and started recording, did you have people that affected you then that have influenced your music since, or even just is it people of the moment who affected you?
I think it's a mix. I've worked with a lot of really cool producers and writers from around the world, so I think that worldly influence really helped, especially writers that I worked with down in the Caribbean, which is they are just so cool and full of life, and I think that they kind of influenced my style of writing a bit, which is really awesome. And even now, I have my go-to producer, and we work on our stuff, and I'll work with other writers and DJs and stuff here and there, but it's kind of I have a little home in Toronto, my little hub, so I'm good.
Does travel play a part then in your music too? Not just touring, but I mean in terms of influence, do you find that being somewhere else, I mean I've heard that from other artists for sure, that it really changes the sound for you?
Definitely traveling, and even just the people you meet, right?
Right.
They have so you can learn so much from them. I was even in Italy and Greece a couple months ago, and definitely the culture there is so awesome. Especially I'm Italian too.
Right.
So Italian music has always been a part of my life, and I love it.
Well, the European music scene is so separate from the North American music scene. It's amazing how they're almost completely separate.
I know. Yeah, and it's crazy how some songs will pop off in Europe.
Right.
6 months later, they're playing on Canadian radio, and it's okay, so it's just kind of proof, are the Europeans doing something that we're not doing? Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely cool to listen to some of that music there and be okay, this stuff is interesting, this is cool, and then realize, now Canadians are checking it out.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool.
What about your current album? What can you tell me about it? I mean, in general.
Yeah. So it's called V1, and it's the first kind of mixtape and collection of music I've ever put out. And it was definitely a very fun process because I got to write all the songs myself, and it was definitely a great experience, and I've learned a lot from it. And I'm really excited with all the feedback because it's a little bit more mature sounding to what I've put out before, and my fans from previous years I think can really vibe with it and kind of understand where I'm coming from, because it's a lot more about relationships and drama, I was saying. So it comes from a very real part of me, a real part of my soul. So
cool.
I think everybody the reception has been really good.
Do you hope there's something in particular that people pick up on when they listen to it? Is there something you're hoping for?
I think I want people to get a sense of like independence, because I think that was also a big reason of like how the album came together, was because it was just like me and like having 100% creative control,
right,
where I haven't had before. So being able to put something out that you could say like, these are my ideas, and this is like it's like my little baby, I guess that's what I call it. It's like a child, my child, that you have to take care of and everything. Right. It's yeah, just I hope that my fans can like feel that sense of independence that I had when I was recording it.
That's cool.
Yeah, thanks.
What's the next dream for you? Is there a next step in your career that you're hoping, comes to you?
To maybe take. Yeah, I think I'm still promoting my single Money, which is from the mixtape. It's getting kind of play across Canada on radio, on like Canadian FM stations, which is very, very cool. And it's just like, it's slowly coming up on the charts, so, hoping for that #1 spot. And so I'm kind of, I'm just like working with radio and just also working on like new material. I'm gonna be putting out a lot of collaborations with people from Toronto, from LA, from like different places, parts of the world. So I think that's gonna be really, really, really fun. And yeah, I'm just I'm always going, always on social media. I'm here 24/7.
Yeah, you've got a lot of followers on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm like...
That must be a part of doing the scene now, right? Like, I mean, most artists really reach their fan base through social media.
Yeah.
You find that too, I'm sure.
Yes. Like, it's so amazing to be able to reach out to people that live on the opposite side of the world.
Right.
That are interested in my music and are sending me videos and pictures of them, like, playing my YouTube videos. Like on their TV screen. And
That's
I'm like,
so cool.
We live in Belgium. This is so awesome. And the fact that I can reach out to them and like have a connection, that to me is like one of the most special things. And I guess another thing too that I'm gonna be working on is just like making a tour. Like I'm just hopefully gonna be able to come to all these places where I have my fans.
Amazing.
They know who they are.
So maybe MMVA's next year.
Yeah, let's hope.
That'd be cool.
That would be really cool, yeah. I'm working on it.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. Mwah.